Yo, what's up?
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
Pretty good. How about you?
Good, good, great.
Early bird.
You got to try to, get everything ready so there's no surprises, right?
Yeah, right. That's how you Porsche guys are,
Yeah, for the most part.
huh? So
Uh-huh.
you're a Porsche tech
Currently, yes.
currently. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I've done a couple brands, but yes, Porsche.
Where'd you start out at?
Started at Honda,
Oh,
2005, and then in 2012 switched over to Toyota. So did the all the ASCs, Master Tech, everything there, and then got tired of that brand and just really got too repetitive, and switched over to Porsche.
how big is the change?
Initially, I guess for me it was different because I had basically when I went to UTI back in 2000 through 2003, I also did the Jaguar program. So I kind of touched a little bit on the German slash British vehicles.
Okay.
So, but switching from Toyota over to Porsche was still it's a pretty drastic change in the way things are done. Yes, for sure.
Yeah. The warranty processes and all that stuff's always different.
And that and tools.
Yeah.
No more 10, 12s, 14s.
What do you use on a Porsche?
It's all Torques and
Really?
triple squares, and you got your occasional maybe 10 millimeter and maybe a 13, but that's about it.
So you had to make a few trips over there to Harbor Freight, huh?
You can say that. Yes, sir.
Oh shit. So
hmm
how long you been a tech?
Uh, Let me see. Started in the business officially in '02.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Had my own shop for a year and a half, but I also relocated, so I closed it down and relocated because I didn't want to live where I lived anymore.
Right.
And basically, yeah, Honda was the next step after that.
Did you like Honda?
I did. I actually enjoyed Honda a lot.
It's so fun to work on them. They're so easy.
They are. I mean, it's. I was there for. I think one of your podcasts you were talking about the Honda Civic third gear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there. I did those. I did the start clutch on the hybrids, the
Yeah.
early
Yeah.
hybrids. Yeah, did the go kart clutch.
Yeah.
So I did those.
Those were
Yeah,
fun to do, man. That was like one of the biggest jobs. The transmission, the third gear, and
yeah.
the start clutch. That was like the
That was
biggest job you could
gravy.
do.
That was
Yeah.
gravy. Everybody hated it. I'm like, no, give me that.
Fuck yeah, man. Hand that shit to me. I'll do it.
Yeah, when the
Yeah,
R18 came out, go ahead.
I did all the torque converters on the Odysseys and the
Hell
Accords.
yeah. Yep.
Dude, banging them out.
Yep. I did that on the Toyota side.
Oh yeah.
Torque converters on Camrys and RAV4s. And oh my God, that would not end. But yeah, no, the one of my favorite jobs at Honda was the R18, the cylinder blocks that were cracking,
Oh yeah,
brand
the
new.
Porsche blocks.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
actually one of my favorite jobs. I enjoyed
Yeah.
that one a lot.
How long did it take you to do one?
At the beginning, like 2 days.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Once I got familiar with it, I could knock it out in a day.
Yeah, that's about. We had a guy that would do it he would start it at like 7 and he'd be
hmm
done at about 3.
That's about the same rhythm
Yeah.
I had. Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty. That's what would it pay like 12 hours or something like that.
I think at the beginning they were like around 13, but then they got cut down. They got
Yeah,
cut down eventually, but I think yeah, 13 sounds about right.
I
But
think so. Yeah.
it's been a minute.
Yeah. So the difference between, let's say, since you worked at Honda,
hmm
uh, straight time, or that's what they
CP
call it.
time, yeah, CP time, yeah,
Well, no, I mean, for warranty, like
yeah.
you're getting M time. They call it at Ford. What did they call it at Honda?
You mean straight time? So basically, like you're
You're over the warranty time. They had a name
yeah,
for it,
yeah. I can't remember off the top of my
but
head.
it was so hard to get an extra hour from Honda to diagnose anything.
Well, the reality is that Japanese brands don't pay for diag.
Yeah. Yeah.
Period.
Yep.
Yeah, you spend 8 hours diagging a really hard car. Well, thank you, and then you get paid 3/10 to replace whatever you found.
That's fucking terrible, man.
It's just how it is.
Because that's what I dealt with at Honda for 17 years. Then I go to Ford and they're like, hey, do this. Nobody's done it yet. And just run time on it and you'll get paid whatever. I'm like, okay. And I did it. And I had 18 hours flagged on it, and I gave it to him. He goes, okay, and they
Hmm.
paid me 18 hours.
Hmm.
I was like, are you serious? He goes, yeah. I go, you got any more? You know, I'll just
I know how that feels.
dang.
Yes, yes. Ford. So I never worked at Ford, but I have friends that work there. They like it. They don't have any complaints.
Right.
The Toyota does not pay diag. Porsche does. They do have a what they call a DW punch, which is their diagnostic work. And yeah, you get up to without having to get any approval, you can hit up to 5 hours.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's really good.
and you still get more. It's just now you gotta talk to some people, get some more approvals.
Do you guys have like a tech line like
Uh,
Honda does?
the shop foreman he can contact them, but basically once we get to a certain point, we basically have to get with him, and he can escalate it. We can't.
Okay.
Everything he's the point of contact for all that.
Wow.
Yeah, Porsche does it all by you follow your chain, your management chain.
Damn, that's the way it should be, right?
It is because it's yes, it is kind of annoying for him, I guess, at some times, but because he can get a little overwhelmed with all that. But at the same time, I think it makes more sense than just having 15 different people involved.
Yeah, because I mean, if the foreman's getting paid what he should be getting paid, it should be not a big deal for him to make that phone call and take the
Correct.
time.
Hmm.
But at Honda, it's like you go up to the foreman and he goes, "Because I was that, I was the foreman," and you go, "Did you call tech line?" You know?
Hmm. Well, you also ask. You have the ask holes, I call them,
Yeah,
because you know what I mean by that. And
yeah,
then you also have the guys that never read anything.
yep,
And there's a service bulletin or a TSB that fixes it, but they don't like it. They don't find it.
yep.
So you always have that, but then you have the guys that actually care and want to do a good job. So
It's getting rare to come by them. Seems like.
well, it's this business is changing very rapidly.
Yes.
Electric cars are. I think electric cars are going to do more harm than good in the technician side.
Let me ask you a question about that
Hmm.
because I'm going to do a podcast about that. Do you are you guys worried about electric cars? Like, are you sitting back thinking, "Oh my God, electric cars are coming. I need to do this. I need to get ready for this. I need to buy these tools." Are you, as a technician, concerned about an electric car coming?
Yes and no. I'm not concerned about the vehicle itself. I'm concerned that the grid is we don't have a system support that many cars. But I am concerned with technicians that one they've been in the field for a long time, and then we lost a lot of technicians in the field when carburetors ended. When fuel injection started, a lot of technicians did not want to learn it, and they left.
That's true.
Then you had another breed of technicians come out. Then those technicians that got really good at those electronics now are faced with electric cars, and electric cars are really a make it or break it deal because you now have to have the really strong diet kit skills, and it's all electronics. You're not dealing with a bad fuel pump. You're not dealing with spark plugs. You're not dealing with coils. You're not dealing with vacuum leaks. Nope. It's either the computer likes it or it doesn't.
Yeah,
Have a
right.
nice day.
I mean, the computer should tell you what the hell's going on.
Um,
Basically, I
okay,
mean, check
okay.
engine light. You got an
Listen,
evap leak. You don't have an evap system on your electric car.
no, and now that you say that, try working. We're going through some changes right now. Porsche just rolled out their new diagnostics scanner, Generation 4, and I don't want to get into details with that, but obviously, growing pains of everything. I've experienced some faults that you pull, and it won't tell you what it is or
Right.
anything. It just has a question mark. So have fun with that one.
A question mark.
Yep. It's basically like, hey, here's some basic info when it happened.
Data snapshot.
Your snapshot, but it might tell you the component of the system. It might not, or it might just freeze and restart, and you start over again. It happens.
The new Mustang, the electric Mustang, what do they call it? The Mach.
Mackie,
Yeah.
yeah.
What a piece of shit.
So I'm a Ford guy. I have a Raptor. I have a GT350R. But I've not dealt with the electronic car, so I probably will stay clear of a Mach E.
Yeah,
And
it's nothing special.
well, Shelby's coming out with the Mach E package for it, with a Shelby package for it now.
Well, they gotta fix the fucking Mach E. I mean, we had a couple in our shop for months.
Have you had the battery cells go bad already?
Yeah,
Hmm.
but they make you replace all this other shit
Yeah,
and then retest. You know how Ford is. They say retest, and then you retest, and no, dude, it's the fucking batteries. It
hmm.
needs batteries. Okay, we'll send you batteries. Another 6 weeks.
I'm gonna. I want to say that the engineers that are deciding this, are designing the systems, they don't give anybody else all the information. So then you are basically finding issues as you go, where they probably know what's already wrong with it, but they're not giving anybody the information. So you're basically going around in circles when, if more information was presented to the technician at the time of repair, I think the repair could be done quicker, and you can also just actually do it right the first time instead of having to go back in every time.
Yeah, I mean the customers are like, I don't even want this car anymore. It's been here so long.
Exactly. We've had quite a few. I've heard of quite a few buybacks, and in the Porsche side with the Taycan, with the electric car, and it's unfortunate, but I think this is the growing pains of a new technology. Also, I don't blame the brand. I just
Right.
blame this growing pains.
Yep. I agree with that. Um, so being a Porsche tech, how many techs are in your shop?
Off the top of my head, 18, maybe
Really?
20. Yeah, we have. Yeah, it's interesting. Porsche's going through a lot of changes. The SUVs changed the brand, and
Yes.
it's not just about 911s. It's about Macans and Cayennes and hybrids. That's where it's at right now.
Yeah, I don't know much about Porsche, but I looked them up and noticed that they do have two sedans now. That's
Mm,
what are they
mm,
called? The
Panamera,
yeah, and
and
then this
you got the Taycan, the Panamera. You got the Macan, the Cayenne. Then you have the 911, and you have the. Did I say Taycan already? Yeah.
yeah.
So you have the 718, which is the Cayman and the Boxster.
So
So
you
one sedan,
one sedan.
the
So,
Panamera. Yep.
so you have a GT350R. Why'd you choose that over a 911?
Um, it's more of a the 911 is a excellent car, and I would maybe at some point have one if I could. But right now, I wanted the V8. I've never had a V8 car. I've always played around with them with friends' cars and helped them build them and stuff, but I never owned one, and that's just a car that the first time I saw it, I just said, I want this.
That thing
I want to have this.
that thing is badass.
Hmm.
That thing rips around town, doesn't it?
Oh, it's phenomenal. I enjoy it very
Yeah.
much,
I want a
very
Raptor
very.
too, but
It's the best, dude.
yeah.
I can't sometimes I'm like I'm just gonna sell it because the car market's so high, but I'm like, nah, I can't.
Yeah, because
I just
if you
can't.
want another one and you have to buy it new, because if you buy a used one, you're gonna get a
You're,
piece of shit.
that or you're gonna get a stupid markup for no reason.
Yeah,
Yeah, mine's had everything done. I have a really good friend at a Ford dealership. She's a Ford master tech, whatever, in the engine side. I know Ford does it like everybody kind of does their own thing. So she just does engines and stuff. And she did everything: cam facers, timing chain, complete reseal. She went through the whole truck, got everything done, and it's been perfect ever since. And I'm like, you know what? It's all the most of the gremlins are fixed, I think. So I'm just gonna keep it.
yeah. As long as I shit on Ford a lot, but as long as you maintain them, I mean, they run forever. I had a F-150 and I had zero issues with it,
Mm-hmm.
zero. But I traded
Mm-hmm.
in and got a Honda.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean, it's. I don't blame you. Hondas are great too.
Yeah. So at Porsche, you
Mm-hmm.
don't specialize in anything. You just do everything.
You do everything. Same as Toyota, same as Honda.
Okay.
Yep. I mean, you're just in tears. You have a bronze tech, silver tech, and a gold tech. And that's just basically pay and knowledge.
Where do they send you guys for training?
Either um, Georgia in Atlanta, we're right by the airport. There's a PCNA center.
Sketchy.
No, it's actually really nice.
Is it?
It's no, it's not. It's not the greatest area, but it's by itself, and it has its own racetrack, so it's really nice.
Oh shit! Do you get to go on it?
Yeah, you pay last 2 times I went was $675 for a ride along. So they give you like 5 laps, and then if you want to drive, is like with your discounts like $200. You can
Damn.
jump on a GT3 and go ham on it.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah,
While you're at
it's
school.
yeah. It was like literally I was doing which class was it? DME, which is engine electronics, and we're doing all that. And basically at lunchtime, I told the instructor, "Hey, I'm going to be at the track. So as soon as I'm done, I'll walk back in." He goes, "Cool." And then they all came outside, watched me uh, take the ride along, and then we went back to class.
No shit.
Yeah,
That's
really,
awesome.
really nice, and everybody's really chill.
Uh,
Porsche has a good culture.
yeah, I never heard anybody complain about working at Porsche.
There's really not much to complain about. It's just a matter of, I guess, like anything else. Just if you understand how the system works, you can fix it. You know this,
Right.
and I think that's where a lot of people struggle. Yeah, it looks complex. It is complex, but if you basically use the KISS sample, you keep it simple. Well, I think you can do fine.
How would you rate Porsche's schooling, their training, over Honda and Toyota?
I would say, well, back when I was at Honda, it was not quite as organized, I guess. Uh, Toyota SCT region has it down pretty good, but it's just so many classes you have to take.
Yeah.
But in Porsche world, I think they're probably a very straightforward, very easy going. So I would say it's a better system. It's organized better. The classes are very good. Instructors are phenomenal. I would say from what I've been through in all those brands, I would put Porsche number one.
Honda was fun, but it seemed like you're gonna pass no matter what.
That's how Toyota is.
Really?
It's the same deal. It's they're. I don't want to say make it sound this way, but it kind of is. They're everybody's struggling for technicians, but Toyota I think is struggling one, not maybe the most because of how much volume they have. The shop I was at, I was foreman, and we were doing 150, 160 cars a day, and Saturdays were 200 plus.
Jesus, man.
Yeah, so running that show and training technicians and everything else that goes in with that, it's interesting. It's a struggle, but techs got to get trained and ASCs have to be done. So what Toyota does is basically, just to give you the quick rundown on that, is you take let's say manual transmission class, and the last day you're taking the ASE right there. So
At school.
that's cool. So that's the plan.
Wow.
Yeah. Mhm.
Pushing people through.
Yeah, and we all know that you could have all ASCs and can't fix a sandwich. So
Oh yeah, that's 100% true.
so that
You just take
happens.
a test.
Exactly.
I mean, my son can take a test and figure it out.
The only one I have never passed, I only did it one time. It was the L1, and I missed it by 4.
Oh, I failed brakes 2 or 3 times.
Okay.
So that's what you talk. That's
It
the type of
happens.
person you're talking to, right?
Bro, the terms, come on. When you're a Honda or Toyota, the terms on the ASC make no sense.
No, and then you're not rebuilding wheel cylinders and
Correct.
calipers and shit. It's like, come on, man, update this shit.
Well, they were made, those tests were made based around the big three.
Yeah.
And unfortunately that's just how it's kind of, I think they're working on that, but I'm not sure. I researched a year and a half ago for the third time, and it was probably the last time I'm going to do that because at Porsche I don't have to. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't hear anything about ASEs anymore. I think it's
Good.
more just for the independent shops.
Yeah, because they don't have training
Yeah.
per
Well, they
se.
don't
So
they have schooling, but not like we do.
Yeah, not like a dealer tech, correct?
Yeah, I don't know nothing about the independent side, but
Mm,
that's totally
It's
different than the dealership side.
well, you don't have warranty. I think the rest is the same.
Yeah,
The only
well,
difference is they can wash their hands and go like, "Oh yeah, you need to take that to the dealer."
yeah, we can't say
We can't say that
no.
because we are the dealer.
We can't say, "Oh, go take it down to Joe's repair shop." We're not fucking with it.
No, when I worked for Honda was
Okay.
and it was actually called,
All right. I'll take
and
that out. Don't worry about it.
that's fine. It was really nice guys and super. Everybody there was really cool, and I learned a lot. But yeah, going from there, moving to where I live now, and all that, and the independents are so different from state to state. It's not even funny.
Oh, really?
I have Porsche techs have to deal with independents trying to poach them all the time because there's only, I think, in the whole nation there's only, I want to say, 100 Porsche techs,
Really?
trained technicians. So maybe it might be, I'm sorry, it might be 200, but the number's not high.
That's
I don't
master
that
certified.
that's technicians that are certified, correct?
Yes. Okay.
And basically there's not a lot, you know. So everybody's always trying to poach them because Porsches require a certain, a certain knowledge base for you to fix them correctly,
Right.
to know the ins and out. I mean, 911 takes 3-4 gallons of coolant. It's just, and
Jesus.
bleeding the air is a very interesting process.
How does that work? Because obviously the radiator's in the front, right?
But radiators in the front, you have the lines going through the bottom of through them, basically where the transmission tunnel would be. The transmission's in the back with the engine, obviously, and you have the thermal system that Porsche has is far superior from anything else I've worked on. When you do the coolant bleeding, the engine goes through about 21 to 25 minutes of heating. Then you have an electronic control thermostat, so when it starts opening the thermostat, it starts flowing, but it's looking at the engine temp, the engine outlet temp sensor, the temp sensor in the middle of the car, and the radiator outlet. So it's seeing, you can watch coolant move through the system.
Right.
And then it has a timetable built in and all that. And it's going, okay, well, coolant's moving slow. You failed. Coolant's moving. Okay, we're good. And it'll make you repeat the process. And then once you get coolant moving, it knows that there's no air because it's of the way the readings are. They're not spiking. Nothing's like stale, but it will push this to 200 and I don't know 230 degrees.
Wow.
And once it hits that threshold and goes, okay, we're hot, gives you a thumbs up, and then as soon as it does that, it fully opens the thermostat and turns the fans on, and it will go from about 230 degrees to about 180 in about 5 to 10 seconds.
No shit.
All this heat, you can just feel it. If you're outside of the car, you just feel this current of hot air. It's just woof, and the fans are going, whatever RPM they're going, but they're going so fast, and all this heat is exiting, and the engine coolant just drops, and the oil temperature drops, and you're like, okay, it's phenomenal how they do that.
Wow. That's crazy.
It is. It is. Once I started with that brand, I saw so many things. I'm like, damn, no. If you have a Panamera, for example, that the thermostat gets stuck open, it probably won't warm up because of how efficient it is.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So, what does a coolant flush pay on a Porsche?
Just the coolant bleeding. Most cars between 2 to 3 hours.
Okay. And it takes you about 2 hours?
Yeah, it takes you about a solid 2 hours once you get them down. Yeah.
Damn.
Because you have to also pull the hoses on multiple points under the vehicle, take all the panels down, and start pulling hoses, draining, and also putting a little bit of air pressure to get the rest of the coolant out. Because if not, you're going to have an air pocket. So it's a process. It's involved.
It's not like a Honda where you just drain it and fill it.
Hell no. And every single one of them has to get It's you're basically filling them. You got to vacuum the system for at least 15 minutes and then fill them.
Wow, 15 minutes.
It was 15 minutes with the standard pump and another 3 minutes with another pump that pulls like a little bit more vacuum, and then you basically shove all the coolant in there.
Wow. So that doesn't sound like a gravy job. What's a gravy job at Porsche?
4 tires.
That's easy on those fucking wheels?
It pays 2.8 hours.
Oh, wow.
Alignments start at 3 hours.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you that. How's the alignment process on one of
The
those? Because you remember doing S2000s, right?
Korea,
Yeah, that was a pain in
yeah,
the ass in the Honda world.
yeah, because nobody in the Honda world knew what caster camber was at
Yeah, there's like three of us in the shop that could figure it out.
the time.
Probably
Well,
every shop.
it's the same deal. It's the
Yeah,
same. The only difference is some of them require front cradle adjustments, so you're shifting the front cradle, and that gets interesting. And all the hardware is torque to yield, so you're shifting a cradle at the same time you're replacing hardware to get your camber caster dialed in because it happens. They move, they shift.
so you have to literally move the cradle to adjust the camber and caster in
You
the
move
front.
the cradle while on the rack, and you don't put any engine support or anything. You're basically untorquing the bolts,
Right, right.
shifting, and then you're putting new hardware as you go and torque everything back down.
They
Torque to
don't
you.
they don't have camber and caster adjustments on the
They
control
do,
arms.
but sometimes you still have to tweak it.
Wow.
Yep.
And then you got
Some.
to
Mhm.
readjust all the driving
Yep.
support sensors and
Hmm.
all that shit.
Yep. Then you have your front camera. You have your ACC. You have some have night vision. So you have to basically figure out what you got and adjust all that. Night vision is very fun to do. Yep. That's a solid hour for a calibration.
Wow.
Yep. It's cool, but it's a pain.
Yeah.
And we also, as Porsche technicians, we do windshields.
Really?
That's something that I never done in my life until I started at Porsche.
Yeah, I talked to another tech that had to do that. I think it was Audi. Yeah, Audi.
Yes, Audi's the same parent company. They recommend windshield out and headliners are windshield out. Panameras, you got to take the windshield to put the headliner in. And Taycans are you gotta. I mean, there's a lot of windshields that come in cracked also. So like right now, I got a Cayman that pays customer pay for a windshield and alignment. It's a good job once you do a couple.
Yeah, I was just
Uh,
thinking about that. I wonder why we don't do windshields. I
it's
mean,
eight
why not?
hours, dude. It's 8 hours.
Eight
It's
hours
8 hours CP.
for just a windshield.
A windshield and an alignment. The windshield itself is 4 hours in every car, and the alignment in this case is four because it has a front camera.
Right.
Hmm.
Wow.
And that's at $225 an hour, my friend.
225.
Yep.
I'm trying to think of what ours is. Like we were saying about the windshields, I'm sitting here thinking Audi does it, Porsche does it. There's probably other dealerships that do it or brands that do it.
Yeah, I'm sure they
That's
do. I'm sure there is.
it's probably gravy money.
Like I said, once you get used to it,
Just like everything
it's
else.
like everything else. It's what are you looking at? A 2 hour process, maybe less. If everything goes well, you don't hit any snags. I mean, it's not crazy. It's your first couple of windshields, you're gonna lose your ass on it. Sure, it'll take you half a day because you're concerned about trim and all kinds of stuff, and it is what it is. But it's I I remember when I was at Toyota, I had a windshield guy that came in twice a week, and he lined up the cars in the shop, and in 2 hours he had 6 cars done. And I'm like, damn. Like I always thought to myself, I'm like, we could probably make some money with that. And then I switch over to Porsche, and it's like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because we had to do a sunroof on I don't know what that it's a Ford, some kind of car.
Mm-hmm.
And you had to pull the rear window out. And they had to wait for the windshield guy to come and pull the rear window out and then replace all
Glass,
the
yeah.
tracks and wait for him to come back. So he just lost 8 hours or
Yep.
4 hours. extra.
And that's a bay that's taken. It's a stall that you're taking off and all that.
I'm gonna have to look into that. I'm sure there's some kind of training you can get somebody to come train you.
There is training. My training was here's the tools, and I'll show you how to do the first one, and go from there. It's like, okay.
I mean,
So
they all got to be the same. You're just gluing a windshield back in,
it's you
besides
can
taking trim pieces off and all that.
you can actually take glass off if you are careful enough. You can take glass off and clean the glue off and put it back on or use it.
Yeah, I mean, you think of all the other shit we can do as technicians. Why couldn't we glue
Correct.
a fucking windshield on?
Yep.
I mean, shit.
The Macans come in a lot with the rear glass broken because either they get it caught on the one of them was they got caught on the garage door somehow and it broke it, and the other one was it got broken into. Uh, and I replaced those rears, and I did a full panel sun glass roof on a Cayenne. Also did a full glass roof. No, it was a Cayenne, and then I did the I've done a couple windshields on. I've done quite a few windshields on random models, all pretty much all the models.
So when those cars were in there, you were probably
Mm-hmm.
doing something else to them also, but you would have had to wait for a windshield guy to come and make his money when you could have done it yourself. So you'd have lost money.
Yeah, luckily at Toyota, I didn't have that problem quite often because the only model that technically required windshield replacement was the one that newer Avalon rolled out, the last gen Avalon, and they didn't really have one that I had to. I did have one that I had to replace the sunroof on, but I just dropped the headliner and kind of shoved it back a little bit, just enough so I could work around it. I
Right.
didn't want to deal with the windshield guy, but that was the only one I had to deal with.
There's a lot of technicians that stay at the same shop, same brand for 15 years. And they don't realize that a lot of the work that they give away, like windshields and shit like that, like they don't realize their abilities.
Mm-hmm.
And like I was at Honda, and if a windshield was leaking, you're calling a windshield guy. You're like, fuck this car, I ain't touching it. I'm moving
Yep.
on, because you can't really spend a lot of time on any car anyways, because you're constantly getting shoved tickets.
Correct.
But it's like you don't realize what's out there until you leave and go find something totally different, and then you're like, dude, I'm making twice the money now, working at a different
Mm-hmm.
shop, and the management's better. It's like I just those guys that stay in the same shop for so long, it's like, why are you doing that?
Well,
You're holding everybody back.
well, that comes down to the type of people they are. Some people are leaders, some people are followers.
That's true.
And that's just how the reality is. And a lot of people are afraid of the unknown. So they will never take the leap because they don't know what's on the other side. That's
So
just
true.
that's your mindset. It's just all about mindset.
I mean, it took me a lot to leave Honda,
Yeah.
but I did it, and I never went back.
I left Honda because Honda was not hiring when I moved.
There
So
you go.
where I moved to, Honda wasn't hiring. So I walked into a Toyota shop and they're like, "You want to start right now?" I was like, "No, I need a week." But I honestly, I don't regret it. There was so much more work, and I got a $11 pay raise going from one brand to the other.
Yep.
And being at Toyota, when I left Toyota, I was at an hour, and it's things have improved from there. So it's like it's very interesting how this. That's another problem with this field. It's dealerships are quick to raise their door rate, but they're not taking care of the people that make them their money. Because I don't care how much they brag about sales, but sales saying that, oh, we put the cars on the road so y'all can have money. So it doesn't matter because we fix cars that y'all never sold.
Yeah, they're gonna have to retract that statement, because they ain't even getting cars to sell, and nobody's
Correct.
buying new cars anymore.
Correct.
They're all
So,
fixing their old shit.
yep. And I'm a big, when I was foreman, I was a big adamant of putting a lot of plans in place for my guys. and the service director there was, at least he was also good at that also. So things got put in place to make technicians happier. So I can tell you when we went through COVID, at that point where we everybody was guaranteed for a month. They're basically 80% of their paycheck.
Wow.
Yep, and that's the company paid for that. So that was a plus. And obviously, there was things implemented like technician retention bonus. There was also a bonus for the master techs on based on productivity. So I mean, you're talking about the way we had structured that plan. You were looking at some techs were getting anywhere from $6,000 to $8,000 at the end of the year.
Yeah.
So it's worth it. I wish more individuals did that.
Yeah.
I bet you can turn around a lot of frowns, turn a lot of frowns upside down, like they say.
Definitely. I mean, to keep technicians, you got to pay them, dude.
Yeah,
I mean,
simple.
that's all we're there for.
We're there to take care of the customer, of course. That's always going to be
Well,
priority number
yeah.
one if you care.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I
But
don't even think about that part, but
well, a lot some do. Some
some
don't
don't.
care. Some don't exactly. It's the problem.
Yeah, for sure. Oh
And
yeah.
like you've said many times, it also demotivates a lot of other people because you have a bad culture in the shop at that point.
Yeah.
So yeah, you've been in the field long enough.
Yeah. I mean, started a fucking podcast about it.
I love it. I'll tell you that right now, dude.
I
Uh, a,
can't,
friend, a friend of mine uh, gave me the hint and said, "Hey, start listening to this." And as soon as I listened to the first two, I got hooked.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's different than the other ones. I've got a bunch of them sent to me from listeners that listen
Mm-hmm.
to mine. They
Mm-hmm.
also listen to other ones, and they sent me, and I'm just like, I just don't have time. You know, when I listen to podcasts, I listen to funny shit,
Exactly.
and so I started listening to them recently, and it's all on the manager side, shop owner side. There's like a couple other technician ones out there. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
there's a bunch out there, but most of them only lasted, a few months. And but it's like you don't hear the voice of the technician. You only hear from shop owners. That's why I asked you about the EV. Like,
Mm-hmm.
are you personally worried? Because you worked at Honda, we worked on hybrids.
Yeah.
That was a pain in the ass, but it's just another fucking piece of shit that's going to break down.
Exactly.
That's all it is. That's how I look at it. Nobody in my shop ever thinks about, oh my god, there's EVs coming. We don't give a shit. We don't care. But these other podcasts, they're just complaining about, we need to look at the EV future. We need to make sure we can do this. EVs, everything's EV. It's like, you're not going to have a future if you don't take care of technicians you have now.
Listen, EVs. Okay, let me on my brand. Um, EVs work this way. You won't make as a technician. You won't make any CP money on it unless it's out of warranty, which is going to take a long time. Two, um, you're going to do tires. That's the only CP work that you're going to have. And three, for example, the Taycans, their first service is at 20,000 miles. 2 years or 20,000 miles, and it just pays 3 hours.
What is
So that's it. So yes, I'm worried for what EVs are going to do to techs. The warranty times are not that great either. So yes, I'm worried about that side of the industry because what I think is going to have to happen is you're going to have a reduction in technicians, but and that's going to also have to trigger the technician is going to have to go on a salary
yes.
because it won't be able to afford anything. And then that also triggers the other part that everybody's focused on EVs. Combustion engines, used cars aren't going anywhere.
Nowhere.
So you're gonna sacrifice technicians, and then what happens to your shop load, your workforce? You're just gonna keep losing them? No, you have to make changes
They have to start making changes now for
now.
the
Correct.
technicians.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to be around to worry about EVs.
But I don't want to talk bad about technicians in general, but I have to generalize. You also know that technicians, unfortunately, especially if they've been in the game for a long time, if you put them on a guarantee, what do they do?
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
That's what the shop owners are afraid of. That
Well,
you're gonna put a bunch of guys on some kind of guarantee and they're just gonna lay down.
I don't want to guarantee. I don't want nothing to do with a guarantee. There's a lot of guys I know and that I work with that don't want no they we feel like contractors basically. We come in, we
Mm-hmm.
work our ass off, we turn as many hours as we can and we go home.
Correct.
If we ain't got nothing to do, we're going to pulse one of our toys in and work on it.
Uh huh.
But that we're never, at the shop I'm at now, we're always busy. So,
Okay,
but
that's good.
I think just right off the top of my head, since EVs are barely even coming right now, once you start getting them, just pay them straight time. The amount
Well,
of time that they're working
CP
on it.
time,
CP time.
CP time is what should be. The warranty times need to go away. Everything should be paid CP time. Manufacturers should pay CP times
Yeah, they
because
should.
it's just how it should be. But I don't know how that's gonna.
Yeah, it's above our heads.
Mm-hmm.
We can bitch about it, but
It's not gonna do anything.
well, you never know. I guarantee you my dealership is going to be doing windshields after I talk to them.
It's honestly, if you, I've had some weeks that I'm hovering. Not a great week because I've been heavy on diag and I'm ordering parts and all my parts come from Germany. So you want to talk about waiting on parts. So when I get on into those weeks, I'll be told, hey, I got two windshields coming. Give me that.
Yeah.
That's gonna be my filler. That's 16 hours I can knock out in a day.
Yeah. Go out on the used car lot and start cracking some windows.
Yeah.
Just playing.
No, I know. Yeah, you know what sucks? Our shop, we don't do used cars, and
Really?
we don't do internal any internal work, no PDIs or nothing. Well, we have two shops. Our main shop, which is where I'm at, we don't do anything but CP and warranty. Our offsite shop does all the internals and the PDIs.
But are you guys busy enough to where you couldn't do them?
Yeah, no, I don't think that it's not feasible for us to have
Right.
the used cars and internal work on our side. No, with customer work is abundant right now.
Yeah, like at Honda, there's nothing to do. You want a PDI, and then if you see, two guys that's all they do is PDIs, and you're over there
Mm-hmm.
sitting on your ass. That
Yep,
really sucks.
I remember those days.
Yeah,
The,
me
the
too.
guys next to me were the PDI guys.
Ugh.
Yep, and then so I wasn't shoved in the middle. I was what they call the double dipper because I would either do used cars or shop work. But eventually that changed as I progressed. The used cars went away, and I just did shop work, and I had two bays for myself. But on one side I had the two PDI guys, and on the other side I had the two used car guys. So it was interesting.
Damn, that was if you didn't have anything to do, man, you just
Mm-hmm.
close your eyes the rest of the day. You
Uh,
don't want to see them pulling all that
if I didn't
gravy.
have anything to do, I would straight up just usually go home because I was just like, okay, well it's 3 o'clock. I don't have anything to do by now. I don't want to get roped into staying here till 5 or 6 or 7. So I was just gonna cut my losses.
Yeah.
Time is valuable. Time is the one asset that you can never get back.
Now, see if you're getting paid hourly and you had nothing to do, you'd be sweeping floors, and you'd rather just go home. I would.
Yeah, if you're flat rate, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, it's that which is the one asset that you can't get back. You might as well just go spend the time, those 2 hours, make a difference in traffic. You go home and spend an extra hour and a half with your family. That's the other problem with this industry.
Yeah. They don't like to let you leave early.
No,
Some
and yeah,
shops.
some shops are very cool with that. Others are not. Especially the workload that you have. I have. We were doing about. I think yesterday we did 13 cars, and in the Porsche world, that's stout,
Yeah.
very stout. So you want to talk about CP services? What they pay?
Yeah.
40K. I did a 40K yesterday. It was a 40,000 mile service. I'm not gonna go into what it is, but it's a 40,000 mile service with a rear brake job and a brake flush. It was 11.7 hours.
Wow. Are you adjusting valves or anything like that?
No,
No.
no, sir.
Remember the
Uh, ba-
Honda days?
yes.
So easy, man.
Well, I mean, come on. When an 80K rolled in with timing belt, water pump,
Oh
and all that,
man.
it was. You know it was a good day because you sold them engine mounts too.
Yeah.
So come on, I remember that was gravy.
You ever install AC on the cars?
I did not. I came in
Yeah.
right when that was over.
Yeah, came in when that was ending.
Hmm.
Two guys, one on the inside, one on the outside, and they'd split the ticket.
Okay, okay. I did the remember the CRV Black Death.
Black Death.
That's what we called it. The AC compressors that will blow up
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
and take the whole system out.
Yeah.
We would do those under warranty, and honestly, I never complained about that job because it paid 10 hours, and by yourself, once you did a couple, you were doing them in 5.
Yeah.
So I did not complain about that one.
Then they catch on and lower the warranty time.
Hopefully, I never got to that point because we didn't do that many of them. But every now and then, one sneaked in. It's like, okay, cool, let's do this.
So, how's your Porsche warranty times? Are they reasonable or just like everybody else?
On some things, they're very reasonable. I would say on most stuff is very reasonable. I mean, let me see. The other day I did. There was a campaign that they rolled out. Some of the the twin turbo V8s had valve spring failures, and I had the first one. I think that we did. I had the first one, and the whole job paid just almost close to 40 hours,
Wow.
and it wasn't. It was a 2.5 day job, so yeah, it was okay.
How fast do you think you can do it the next one?
Well, if I did a couple, it would help, but it was just that one. But I think once you get them down, you probably do them in. I would say you probably do them in under 2 days.
Yeah.
But it's just the dropping the drivetrain out is what takes the time consuming. Everything with Porsche is drivetrain out, just so you know. Everything,
Everything?
pretty much,
Even
pretty
though,
much.
how's the oil change?
Those are straightforward. It's
Yeah.
you can suck the oil out, or you can just take the undershield off and drain it. The time consuming part of that is you change the oil, and if you got to do the oil level test, and you have to basically start the car, run it at idle, wait till the engine oil hits like
Yeah, like
80,
BMWs.
yeah, and then run the oil test. So that's the time consuming part.
Do you guys get a lot of waiters?
Um, we have 3 teams, and let's say we get about 5 waiters a day per team, maybe 6.
It's not bad.
No, it's not a crazy ratio, but sometimes you get the odd day where you have 2, 3, 4 single tire waiters, which kind of
Ugh,
suck. But
yeah,
yeah,
that sucks.
but we do get paid 0.7 per tire, so
So, how much does a brake job cost? I asked the Lamborghini guy this. How much
mhm.
does a brake job cost on a 911? The
If
Super.
you have PSCB, which is Porsche steel brakes, so steel rotors, anywhere from 1,300 to 1,800
For a front brake job?
for yeah front brake job. If you have ceramic rotors, last one I heard of was 20 grand,
20?
somewhere between the ballpark of 15 to 20. Yeah,
Just for
uh,
front?
that's for front. Yeah.
Holy shit, man.
Also, the EVs, the wonderful world of EV. A lot of Taycans come with the ceramic brakes on them. Um, but you also have to keep in mind they use the motor for regen, so the brakes are not really utilized that much.
Right.
So basically, what they did is they included the ceramic brakes in the 6-year service. So when you hit 6-year mark on your Taycan EV that you paid, your Turbo S that you paid $208,000 for,
Wow.
you're gonna also have to do a let's say a $30,000 brake job, somewhere around that area
Holy
for front and
shit.
rear brakes at 6 years.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, but you're also dealing with a different clientele base.
Yeah, that's true. It's
Mhm.
not like a Honda customer where they're just blaming you for everything.
No, when you come in the door, a Porsche on a base on a for a base oil change is $500, somewhere in that area, 400 to 600.
Wow.
So you bought a car that requires a maintenance, and it's high dollar. It is what it is.
Yeah. Hey, can you hold on 1 second? All right. Sorry, my fan's blowing my punching bag around. It's just swinging, dude. It's so annoying.
So
Oh,
good, bro.
God. So those brake jobs, that was crazy how much the Lamborghinis cost, and yours damn near the same, if
Well,
not more.
it's the same. It's basically the same parts. Audi is the parent
Yeah.
company. Well, technically Porsche is the parent company, but it's all pretty much Audi parts.
Now, what's that new EV that Porsche came out with that I hear about?
That's the Taycan.
That's the one that's supposed to be really badass.
Yeah, that's the Porsche Taycan. It's the sedan. Yeah,
Have you worked on a lot of them?
yeah, yeah.
Are they badass?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they're very very stout.
I've never
Um,
driven a Tesla. That's the one car I haven't driven yet, or any full
um,
electric car.
Teslas are, to me, they're generic. They're cool. It's cool, but to me they feel kind of generic. The Porsche has the soul of the race car in it.
That's
It
what I
really
heard.
it really does. I mean, it's the launch, dude. You have to find a Turbo S and do the launch control on
Really?
it. It is life changing. It's just the G force it pulls and the torque that it has. It's, yeah, you can go get a Tesla Plaid and go do it, and I guess the Plaid it might be faster. I don't know, but
It's
the
not the
the
same.
it's just not the same. Plus, you have electronic sway bars, so you go take a turn and the thing just stays flat, and it has a meter on the dash that tells you how much it's counteracting the leaning on it.
No shit.
It doesn't handle like a boat. It handles like a freaking 911. It handles like its own rails,
Wow.
and it's a 5,000 pound car.
5,000 pounds?
I think it's like 5 or 6, yeah,
Damn.
because of the battery, yeah.
Yeah, right in the center.
But
What's
it's definitely worth driving.
what's do you follow F1 at all?
Not really.
Do you know about the Porsche that they race that follows F1? They have like a Porsche Cup. I don't know what it is.
I've
It's
heard of it,
Yeah,
but
it's
I've
all
I've
Porsches that
hmm
race. I was just wondering, what is that, the 911?
I don't know. I
Yeah, I don't know
honestly,
either.
I haven't got into the. I hear the guys talk about it all day long, but I haven't got into it. I'm into the side by side off-roading stuff.
Oh yeah, that's why you got
Uh,
that Raptor, huh?
that's one of the reasons. Yeah, I got a Yamaha YXC 1000 RR side by side, which is very fun. I love jump.
Yamaha.
Yeah, Yamaha 1000. It's called a YXZ 1000 RRSS, which is called Sport Shift. So it's basically a manual transmission with an automatic shifter on it. So you pedal shift it,
Nice.
but it doesn't have a belt. It's got a wet clutch on it, like a basically kind of like a dual clutch setup, but it's a single.
Huh.
And then it's also drive shafts, so it's very strong drivetrain.
No shit.
Mm-hmm.
So that's your hobby outside of work,
Yes, sir.
racing that shit.
Racing that shit or flying my drone. That's what I do.
That's funny because my wife asked me what I want for Christmas, and I told her I think I want a drone.
Yes, definitely.
I don't know
If I
why. I just want one.
if I might recommend something for you,
Something cheap. I don't have Porsche Tech money.
well, it's on sale right now. That helps.
Yeah.
DJI
Yeah. The
uh,
Mini.
Mini 3 Pro.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. How
Yeah,
much is that one?
I just got it a month ago. I think I paid 800,
Damn, that's out of my price range.
but it's the dude. It's ridiculous how good it is.
What about $300 range?
You can get the Mini too.
Mini 2, and it's got a
I,
camera on it?
yeah, no, you have a camera. You have plenty of flight modes. It has follow me mode. You have a lot of stuff, good stuff. You just don't have the collision sensors, so you have to be more aware of what you're doing with it.
Right.
But it's definitely worth the money.
I don't even know what I want it for. Like, I don't do videos of myself,
You not yet until you get one.
Yeah, I know.
It's worth it. It's really nice to go. Maybe take the wife, go to hiking trail, go somewhere, climb up somewhere, take the drone, film it, whatever. It's fun. Like I've taken the Raptor out a couple trails. I'll have the drone follow me.
No shit.
Yeah, I mean it's fun, dude. It's worth it.
Do they have extra parts for that cheaper one? If I crash it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can go to the website. Actually, here's the nice thing about DJI, and since I'm not trying to sell you the product, I'm just saying.
That's the one company I was looking at because they've been
Okay.
around for so long.
Yeah, so you can actually register and buy the basically the extended protection plan. And basically, if you crash it, you have two replacements that are like $50 each.
Really?
So if you destroy the drone, or for some reason it just gets submerged in water, never to see again, or you have it fly away and you can't find it or something, it happens.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's in the coverage. If you look at the plan, you'll see all the stuff that's covered.
No, I mean they fly away and you never find them again?
Well, you got to think like the Mini 2, I think the range is like 3 miles.
Holy shit. Are you
And
serious?
yeah, mine, I think the range on mine is like 6,
6 miles?
something like that. Yeah,
So you could fly that thing to my house almost.
it's crazy, dude. So you put it up there and you don't see it. So you can't look up in the sky and find this little dimple. So some people have had where they lose connection with the controller, and you got to remember the way it works is this: when you take off, it registers wherever you took off as the home point. But if it
Okay.
loses the GPS signal, or if it loses connection with the remote, there's a chance that it doesn't know where to go, and it'll just stay in the air until the batteries run out and it'll crash.
Holy
And
shit.
and at that point, you have what they call, I think, something crash or whatever. So basically, you can't find it. And once that happens, you put a claim in. If you have the plan, you put the claim in, and they give you a new drone,
No
a
shit.
refurbish. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Look into all that stuff. It's really good.
Huh. I'm gonna have to do that. Maybe
Yeah.
I'll get one.
The Mini 2 is, I had that, and then I sold it and bought the 3 Pro. But the Mini 2 was great. It was phenomenal.
Like I had the little cheap ones, they were fun to fly around, but it's nothing crazy.
No,
Like
no, but
$50 drones.
it's not. It does not compare. Trust me.
Right.
It's you get crisp 4K videos with this.
Damn.
Plus the flights, the image stability. I mean, there's so much stuff to it.
How long can they fly for? I saw that the small one. I was looking at it today. It's funny. It was like 34 minutes of flight time.
Realistically, 27, 28.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's definitely like once you're up there for 20 minutes and you look at your remote and you're like, okay, I get charge like range anxiety. So it's like, oh, I got 15% left. Okay, it needs to come back. So I'll hit return home and it's just watch it land by itself.
No shit.
Oh yeah,
That's
it's fun.
badass.
Oh, it's fun for a lot of reasons. I wish you could put a 9 on it. Just fly around and target shooting.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, no. So going back to Porsche, yeah, bro, it's the maintenance is where it's at with those cars. You do the maintenance, um, other than the occasional water pump failing on them, not much else goes wrong.
Really?
Hmm.
How hard is the water pump to change on one of them? Big
Um,
job.
de- Depends what you're dealing with. Some are just like any other car. Some are big jobs. Yes, some
Yeah.
are. The 911s are interesting because the engine's in the back and all that, but the Cayman and Boxster are probably the best one, the hardest ones to do, I think, in my opinion, because you have the engines basically in the back, but it's a mid-engine car, so the engine's facing the front of the engine's facing your back, the backs of your seat.
Right.
So you have to basically take the interior partly apart and get an access cover, and it's not like you have full access to everything either.
Jesus.
So yeah, it's just it's you got to get used to all that.
Damn.